case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
This story begins with a will and a vast range of properties in Texas, an inheritance left by Arthur S. Hickok, an Ohio resident. Disruption emerges when multiple charities which stood to benefit from the will, including the Toledo Society for Crippled Children, collide with the deceased's children, widow, executors, and trustees, triggering a lawsuit that ascended to the Texas Supreme Court stage. Adding another layer of intrigue, an Ohio law rendered the charitable donations in the will invalid if it was executed less than a year prior to the testator's death. Initially, the District Court of Eastland County, Texas, issued a mixed ruling, validating the will's gifts for some Texas properties, but not all. The plot thickened when a subsequent ruling from the Eastland Court of Civil Appeals denied any relief for the petitioners, defining their interest in the vast properties as contingent rather than vested. The Supreme Court of Texas, seeing the gravity of the dispute, opted to weigh in to cast the final decision based on Texas law. The Texas Supreme Court, on October 7, 1953, upheld the will's provision for the charitable organizations, laying claim over all Texas properties. Applying Texas law, the court declared that the beneficiaries had a vested interest in the mentioned properties, thus overruling the contention of contingent interest by the lower court. But in a balance of power, the court declared that trustees had the discretion to manage assets. Noting limits to the function of conversion in domestic law, the court held that Hickok's assets, the partnership interests and mineral rights, stood inherited by the trust. Despite the wealth of contention, the court denied a rehearing after affirming the modified judgment from the lower court on November 18, 1953. Ultimately, the high-stake Texas story of wills, property, and laws ended with the highest court's final say.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.